Hello there and welcome. It's time for round two of our October 3-mirror tournament. That was at Magic Stronghold in Vancouver, BC. And this match will be between Taka on the left and Diego on the right. So Diego is again bringing a combination of Dathomirians, this time Asajj Ventress with Savage and Night Sisters, along with Lord Maul, Jango Fett, and the Magna Guard. So they'll be bringing 6 Force. Night Sisters will be able to give off Expose for most of the team's attacks, and Asajj, being a Separatist Alliance character, will be able to give an advance to the Magna Guard, but we'll see how that plays out. If it seems like it's enough to get them moving into the fight, being melee only. They'll be playing on Never Tell Me the Odds again, and I think I missed the first turn, which it looks like the Night Sisters went and split up to get the back point that's a little bit into the board for Diego and the side point. And then Taka is going with Rebel Commandos right now, but his list is Hera, Sabine, and the Rebel Commandos, Leia, Freedom Fighter, so the Ewok version, along with Callus and Ewok Hunters to round out that list. So Leia will be giving all of the characters Ewok tag, even because they're all Rebel Alliance already. Not that that's maybe going to have a huge effect, because yeah, all of her stuff is Rebel Alliance anyway. Ewok Hunters. Strength in numbers, I guess, is Ewok. When a character in this unit makes an attack as part of a combat action, for each other allied Ewok character engaged with the target that is not wounded, add a die to the attack roll. So I guess that'll help with that. Oh, and they have a coordinated fire as well. A coordinated fire pin, while Leia has the coordinated fire expose. And so, but the major thing is, I guess, that Callus is Rebel Alliance Scoundrel and Spectre, so he'll be adding the Ewok tag, so that adds another tag for his rerolls potentially. So let's see. See, I could give 3 rerolls to Hera. Doesn't have Scouter. Yeah. Just 2 to Leia. 4 to him for himself, though. 3 for Sabine. 2 for Ewoks. And 2 for Rebel Commandos. So, a method of getting a little extra out of his rerolls there. So we'll see how much he uses that. This team is also going to be bringing 6 Force as well. Though Diego's list has Maul, so he gets to spend some damage instead of Force. Alright, so we'll see how this goes. Rebel Commandos, they've already moved up and going for the point that one Night Sister is on towards Diego's side. It looks like he wants to stay out of engagement so that he can make a ranged attack. I assume he did Commando Doctrine in order to get the focus and probably hunker. So Night Sisters don't have great defense. They might have gotten a hunker off. Yeah, they're sitting with 2 hunkers. So that's good to add an extra. They'll be adding 3 dice to their normal base defenses. Looks like he did 2 damage and a pin on the first attack. So did the follow-up on the first, doing the 2 shoves. 2 shoves, so that'll be another 3 damage for 5. And so he will score 3 on that one. Asajj going next. Usually want him to have gotten at least 1 free dash before his activation. So gonna throw him into reserve. And gonna be picking Maul instead. So doing a force speed. Gonna do the ranged attack, Sinister Cunning. See if he can get the reposition probably before doing a climb. I think he might be only getting 1. Okay, I'm gonna shove away. And then I don't think he gets the reposition though. Go. Yeah, take the force speed or move, whichever, to get closer, and then do the pull. There's no place to run. Pull him off the point. So we'll get that point back and score 3. Oops. And they will both get a momentum. So Taka is going to reserve Hera and pick Callus instead. So Callus is getting a dash. we're going to do an attack on that Night Sister. It's on her own. Move, pay a force for the focus, and impact 2. Getting 9 dice in this attack. And so yeah, he only has to do 2 damage, so I'm sure that's going to happen. So getting a full tree on that, 4 damage, heals, but 2 shoves and a reposition. So Pin's just going to do another damage as well. But I think they got a reposition off their defensive expertise, so that will go away. We'll get the wound. And so Diego's picking his Shatterpoint, represented by Mother Talzin. So, if he had someone who could go for the back point, he could actually steal that on the kind of the bottom from our side. So Maul could actually be doing that. But he's going to go with Asajj, and that will give Savage a dash, being a Dathomirian primary. If she just did a move action, that should also give Magna Guards protection protocols, so hopefully he remembers that. Yeah, I think he's going to be missing that trigger, but getting the jump, doing a jump to get in range of Callus. See if he can shove him off. Nine health, 9 damage. Be a stretch for Asajj. Have to full tree on Jarkai. Wonder if he'll pay for the expose from the Night Sisters there, maybe. So we're gonna spend a force for Callus to reroll 4 of his fails, so he gets 2 more blocks. So getting 3 steps through for 3 damage, strain, disarm, expose. Assume he's going to be paying the 2 for force push here. Make sure he flips that point. Oh, maybe you got 4 steps through for the free force push there, maybe. So he's still out of range, so he's going to have to take another jump. So using the full 4 force on Asajj to get him that point. So getting a 3 again and getting them both momentum. So that's where maybe Maul wouldn't have used as much. Well, it could have used no force, and if he didn't, yeah, could probably wound the rebel commandos on the way to stealing the back point instead and flip 3, but use the Shatterpoint to get a point that he otherwise wouldn't be able to get. We'll see how this pans out. Taka's getting, it looks like, is that the Ewoks? Yeah. Taka's getting Ewoks here. So they're gonna move and take a shot at Asajj, or maybe 2 shots probably. So getting damage and pin through. Taking another attack. Getting through on the second attack. Well, it is, I think, the card for Lando and R2, but yeah, that's just representing the Ewoks. You're gonna have to do stealthy approach in order to get in range and outbody Asajj on that point for 3. So Diego really needs to be getting 4 on one of these turns in order to make sure that he's not hitting 0 and just giving Taka the momentum. Magna Guards are going next, and so you only have the advance, and probably just going to do a take cover because they're not really in range to attack anyone at this point. Actually, no, there is one. One is able to hit that rebel commando. So 3 damage, 2 shoves with 2 steps there. Take the 2 follow-ups as well. It's only getting just the 2 points on that, which will get him a momentum instead of both of them. But now he just needs either a wound or and 3 points or 4 points to win this struggle. Getting the Shatterpoint. Thinking about Hera, I think. Giving an advance to the Rebel Commandos, I think. Oops. I think that would be a dash, though. Yeah, for Rebel Alliance, it's a dash. If they're Spectre, then they can get an advance. Anyway, would have been able to get close enough to that point anyway. Where is that? Oh, it's Leia, I guess. So yeah, Leia gives an allied Rebel Alliance character a advance. So yeah, that works there. And she's gonna move up and might be trying to wound Asajj there. All right, so yeah, he's going to be getting that 4th point because Rebel Commando is at the proper elevation, so that will get struggle 1 for him. All right, so it's either going to be Diego's 2 back points and that kind of more central back point of Taka's, or the opposite, but I assume, yeah. So Magna Guard's already on that one. Everyone has left the other, I think. Well, Savage might be hiding there close enough. So would just need someone to go for the back point and get 4. Probably wants to leave Asajj alone if Savage alone if he is in range of that back point. Let's see where the priority is. Oh, it's flipping Asajj. So Asajj could get that other point. Do the jump first. She doesn't have a ranged attack, so you may want to do that first if he wants to get some damage or conditions on people. Akashi getting 4 crits through. I think 1 expertise turned to 2 crits there. So getting the 4 damage. Heal. And then a shove and reposition, as well as her free force push. So Asajj having a chance to heal the strain off before it goes off there. So the reposition will get rid of the pin. So using the active ability to do a jump instead of the force push. It's not a point that's active anyway. Savage must not be on the other back point because she's kind of jumping back to it. Now looking at the fact that if she does a move, then the Magna Guard can also move, and that might actually give him the ability to, yeah, put them up, yeah, to get that other point. I see the thinking on that now. That makes sense. So that'll be 4 points for Diego. Taka is going to pick Sabine. And Sabine is going to do a move. I'll give Hera a dash first, and then move within 2 to get focus, and take a shot at the Magna Guard that's on that point. Looks like he's in range to have Leia expose before the attack. So we're going to get a full tree on that. Probably wanting to go the shove route, push him off. Gonna take the bottom. So 7. Oh yeah, do the active ability. Let's see. Rethinking that, I think. So doing 7 damage, taking the top to do 2 shoves, and then pin and jump. So get the follow up and then jump. Because yeah, he doesn't need the jump from his active ability. So just do a little more, well, do the shoves, I guess, instead of more damage. I'm not sure if that, I'm not marking the priority, so I'm not sure if that was 1 point or 2. But we'll mark 1 and see what happens. So Django's going next for Diego. When he does a focus, he gets a jump. Take the Ingress point. Might have been able, depending what his plan is here, might have been able to jump up and then take the Ingress point down instead. Oh yeah, there's this other Ingress point, so he's going to take that one down. And then so yeah, then he's going to do a move action. No, he's going to do a shot instead. Okay. So shot on Maybe looking to finish off commandos, and they do get cover from Hera. Because, yeah, not likely to shove Sabine off. But he might, if he gets 3 through, then he can get a jump to the ingress point and then do his pull. Before getting through, just has to decide if he's doing the jump or the active ability, but I don't think Sabine's within 3 yet, and so yeah, going to do 5 damage and shove. So doing the shove, he gets repo position at the end, but then he's going to set off the strain with that. I think it's going to be a wound on them. Or maybe that's just a condition. So he's going to do capture wire, pull, and pin. Where is he? There he is. Sabine. Not close enough to actually take that point yet, though. And again, not sure what priority was, so we'll give him 2 points. Leia's going to give a advance to Hera. And take a shot at the Magna Guard. Or we'll be getting through. Damage, expose, shove, and I'm going to do a reposition. He said he's scoring 2, so that must be priority. So Asajj is going next. Oh, he will have gotten a couple of momentum those 2 turns. So Asajj moving in and attacking Leia, which is exactly what Asajj wants to be doing because he gets 2 extra dice on primaries, and I found that he's very good into those kind of low health. Well, she's got 10 she'd have 9, but either way, those extra, he could end up doing a bunch of conditions as well. Yeah, 5 damage, string exposed, disarm. And active ability, so he's going to do Dark Fury, which is the 5 dice, 5 attack dice, and the crits and hits turn to damage. More damage. And then going to do Fierce Rush over to the Ingress point and up to seal that, which will get, that'll get 4 points. And the struggle. Okay, so maybe he had his priority on the previous turn there, but getting that struggle. We've got the kind of midline side points and the back point on Taka's side, top left. So he's going to be going with Hera on this turn. And so Hera's, well, first off, can choose to spend a momentum for We Have Hope if he wants to take away which damage and conditions from the people within 5. But looks like we're looking for the tactic, who to dash or advance. If it's Rebel Alliance, then they'll get a dash, but if they're Spectre, they will get an advance. So looking at pulling Commando back. So going to spend the momentum to heal the Ewok Hunters. I think Callus and Leia, I think. Have Hera move kind of towards the middle and take a shot at Django. Trying to, because he really doesn't have anyone on that side of the board other than Sabine. So he's going to have to get somebody moving over there. Might actually be able to, well, depending on his force, it might be able to do We Will Not Stand Down on Sabine to get her over there. Doing 3 damage, pin and shove. Gonna take a follow-up. And then he's got 4 heals off the tree as well. So healing some stuff off the Rebel Commandos. Gonna do We Will Not Stand Down on them. Well, I wonder if he got his active ability off there. From the tree. It was 4 steps. But that will be, I think he had, oh yeah, because he healed off the hunters, so they must not be wounded. He must have got all 4 on that. Getting his reshuffle. Jango's going into reserve. And Asajj is going next. Not sure that's who he wanted there, but he will be able to steal that point just by being at the right elevation. Just going to move and hunker. I think he said he scored 2 on that. Got a momentum. Attack is pulling Sabine. So Sabine can give someone a dash. If they're Spectre, they'll get a hunker as well. Just going to give Callus dash in to really body up that point. In melee range with an enemy character, engaged with an enemy, so no hunker there. So we're going to do a move within range of Hera to get that focus, and out of range of Jango's, that out of engagement with Jango's, that gets Sharpshooter as a ranged attack here. Spend a force for the rerolls from Callus. So getting 4 expertise, so getting a disarm off the expertise. So 8 damage because he's doubling up on pin, I think. I think that's 3 points there. Or if it's, they said it was the same point. I think you just marked the back ones, so that'll be 2. Oops. So Diego's going to go with Django. Oh, Django was wounded there. So he's going to wake up, get rid of the strain. Spend 2 force for capture wire. Commando. Just do a melee attack. So just getting 2 damage through on that. From 1 step. So spending 2 force for the jump. To get in range there. That'll be 3 points. So Leia's, he'll get a momentum. Leia's going next. Leia can give out a advance. So it's gonna give Sabine an advance over to the ingress point. So that'll be tied now. If he's put Sabine in range, then Leia is going to advance. Take a shot at Django. Two crits going through. Three damage and strain. And gonna do defensive maneuver to get herself on that point as well. So flipping that for 3. Did he? I think it says he scores 2 there because he didn't get the priority point. Still sitting on Asajj's there. So Magnas are going next. So the one's going to move onto the point. Yeah, they should have been giving, hopefully you remembered to give an extra die to Django for those ranged attacks. And the other one's going to dash over to the Ingress point and up. But not going to be able to go over, not totally going to get over to that point, but make his way, and as if Asajj goes, then he'll be able to advance onto it. So it just needs to shove someone off. Probably gonna, yeah, probably into Sabine. So 3 damage, 2 shoves. That'll definitely get her off the point. Flip it back. He has protection, so it'll be down to 2. Get him 3 points. So now we're landing on the 0. Each getting a momentum. Callus is going to go into reserve. Lando is representing the Ewoks. So this will be the opportunity to just jump up where Asajj is and flip that point. Oh, just gonna continue bodying up that 1 point, make sure it can't be taken back. So just leaving Asajj alone. So getting, I think 2 damage and taking shot. I think I shot at the Magna Guard. They were exposed, so it's getting some damage and pin through there. So 2 damage pin, which will be another damage, and shove again. I get 3 again. Or, no, he'll get, it'd only be 2. That was the priority point. Diego is getting the Shatterpoint, so he's going to use it on Asajj. Asajj is going to move in, and that will give the Magna Guard a advance, which will get rid of the pin. She's going to attack the Ewoks. Looks like we're swapping into Jerkai. Yeah, because if they have 1 damage on them, then I think she can... Oh, they're 8 health. So, thinking they might get 1 shot, so he's going to do a reroll from Callus. Doing 7 damage. And force push on, I think that was Callus. Scoring 3 on that one. Just not quite getting the wound. So flipping it over to his side. If you can get that wound on the Ewoks, I think that just leaves... let's see. That might leave no one on that point. But Hera is going now. She can give Callus the advance back onto it. And the thing is, unfortunately, she can't really... she can do a move action, but then that's it when it comes to her movement. So, I mean, she can maybe tie up Asajj's point. But... and she can get Sabine back up to the... yeah, back up to the other point, but that only ties it as well. So looking around to see who we can take a shot at. Okay, I'm going to take an advance over and tie up the point. Try and do an attack on the Magnagard. Hoping for either a wound or to shove him off. Gonna spend a force for the reroll. Getting 2 steps through, 2 damage. He does get the shove, so that will flip that point for him. I think he just rolled for priority at the end there. Not sure if that was 2 or 3 on that. So we'll call it 2, I guess. So Maul is going next. Pulling, who was that? I think that was Leia. Pulling Leia down, and then doing force speed to get up and attack Hera. So getting 5 down his tree. For 7 damage. Shove, reroll, or shove repo. Pin. He gets 2 heals. Just going to reposition right onto the point. So getting Hera off there as well. He scored 2 on that. Gonna have Callus go for Taka. He's going to do the tactics dash and then climb up to Asajj, hoping to get some shoves through in order to push him off. But he's disarmed as well. Nope, so he's going to back up, throw him in reserve instead. Gets the Shatterpoint. Priority must be Asajj's point. Sounds like he's picking Hera and going to heal 3 and a condition off of herself. Leia, I think Commandos, and Sabine. And then advance Leia back onto the point with her tactic, or dash, I guess. We're gonna do a shot into Django, using Leia's coordinated fire expose. Sounds like 5 damage. Pin and disarm. But, because, yeah, or 5 damage, pin. Just looking at the shove, but can't really shove him anywhere. Gonna get 4 heals. Or, no, he's doing 3 damage, pin, 4 heals, and then you can do We Will Not Stand Down. And then getting the Ewok Hunters back to full health. Done that other point. I think getting 2 off of that because he didn't get the flip on the point that Hera went after. Asajj is going to go and attack the Ewok Hunters again. So doing the 7 damage again. And free force push. Push Callus off again. Even though he's the next card in the deck, but I guess other than the Hunters, he's the only one there, I think. And so he's scoring 2 on that. Wonder if it'd be better for him to be on Mikashi's side. Be able to shove one of them off and then the force push. But Callus going next and going back onto that point. Attack Asajj. Three damage. Pin and 2 shoves. I'll get 2 heals. Probably take that off the Ewok Hunters or whatever condition is left on him. Yeah, so 1 point, I think. Still thinking he had that point with Hera. And then I think with the priority roll, that finishes the game there. Probably missed a momentum or a point on the struggle tracker at some point there. A little hard to follow when they're not marking control or the priority. But anyway, Diego, another win for Diego there. Definitely had things a little more spread out in this game than the last, and Taka was the one with his forces kind of only covering 2/3 of the board. So you can see how long term that made things difficult as he needed to shift towards the other side of the board. Probably should have been putting some pressure on that point with Asajj. I know Asajj has protection and steadfast, but when you kind of leave him alone like that, that's one point that is just guaranteed for Diego. So and he had lots of bodies on that other point, and yes, it would have been easier to get back if he started moving away from it, but I don't know that that not going for that third point is a good plan, but and yeah, unfortunately lost the battle on that fail at the bottom, even though he did have technically more characters down in that area. But anyway, let me know what you think about that match and maybe the lists, if there's anything you'd think would change on that, and subscribe for more.